Hello, my friends, and welcome to day 4 of the 5 Days to Body Confidence Challenge. I hope you tuned into the past 3 days of videos, which are in my feed. They're also in my Facebook group, Love Yourself Into Change, if you're interested in joining that. As I've said, it's a group of like-minded people looking to up-level their overall health through mind, body, and spirit practices. And if you haven't posted your homework for any of the videos, feel free to do that. You can tag me and I will definitely respond and also hold you accountable if that's what you're looking for too. And I'm just want to wait one moment, see if anybody's going to hop on here live before I dive into day 4. And if you're joining me today, let me know where in the world you are. If you're watching this on the replay, you can just do #replay. Let me know where you are in the world, joining from, tuning in from. And also, as I'm going along, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments, and then I can address those sort of as we go along or at the end of the video or afterwards if you're commenting on the replay. So, okay, I see one person's live. I'm not sure who it is, but thank you for joining. And I am just going to dive straight into day 4 today. So today is actually a fun one. It's a bit of a higher level concept, which is why I wanted to leave it to day 4. And I've been talking a lot about the mind the past few days. So today I really want us to drop into the body. So today's topic is actually how to embody with the simple shift from exercise to movement. So first I want to talk about what embodying actually is, because definitionally it's being in the body, right? But what does that actually mean? Because of course we're in our bodies. We can feel our bodies, but we're in them, right? Except many of us are not. We're checked out, we're not really here, we feel outside of ourselves. If you've ever sort of had that sensation of you don't feel quite like you're in your body. So really it's about being in tune and in touch with the body and how present and comfortable we are in our own skin. Now there are many reasons that people might disembody, and they're actually all very good reasons. Interestingly, when many people face eating challenges, such as the one that I coach people on, whether it's overeating or binge eating or weight worry or body image concerns, one of the contributing factors or one of the things that allows them to partake in that particular type of behavior is that they are disembodied. So when working one-on-one with people, we can really explore why someone would disembody and the impact that that has had. Sometimes there's trauma in the background, whether it's sexual, physical, or emotional, and we've disembodied because the pain of that is really just too much to carry. Sometimes we disembody because we're not happy being in the body. We don't like how we look or how we carry ourselves. So it's almost like we step outside of ourselves so we don't have to own those parts of us that we don't like very much, if that makes sense. Many of these issues run deep, and in coaching I work with someone to really unpack these concepts. But today, in discussing confidence, we can never really have confidence, especially body confidence, if we aren't in our body. We need to fully own who we are before we can be proud of it, right? So we have to bring ourselves back into the body. That's a big step, and it's also the first one. If we aren't embodied, it's hard for us to get in touch with ourselves and with how we're feeling. It's also hard for us to feel grounded. It's hard for us to feel really here and also confident in who we are. So there are many different practices to embody, but I want to share one simple practice today. And it's this idea of movement. And this is as opposed to exercise. So some people love exercise, some people hate exercise. It doesn't really matter where you fall on that spectrum, but the fact of the matter is we are in bodies that were made to move. So getting in touch with how your unique body wants to move is key to embodying and to feeling like this skin is a place that you want to be in and you want to call home. So the reason I also want to move away from the idea of exercise is that sometimes exercise can feel punishing to certain people. Sometimes we use exercise for a specific purpose, i.e. to lose weight or to burn calories. Movement is not punishing, and its real purpose is for us to feel good. So today's homework assignment is I want you to make a list of all the types of movement that feel good to you with no other barometer than that. Hi, Chris. Thanks for hopping on. So as I was saying, the homework assignment is I want you to make a list of all the movement that really feels good to you and using that specifically as your barometer. I don't want you to think about the calories that you'll be burning. I don't want to think about the muscles you'll be toning or the great shape that you'll be in afterwards. Those can definitely be byproducts of certain types of movement, but I want your barometer to be, how does this make me feel in my body? And think about what you truly enjoy and celebrate when doing it. Hi, Matt. Thanks for hopping on. So that would be your barometer when you're thinking about the types of movement that you really want to engage in. And then after you make your list, I want you to commit to one type of movement every day for 1 week. And this does not have to be an extensive period of time. It certainly doesn't have to be strenuous. It's probably best if it isn't strenuous, depending on your level of current activity. It can be hiking, it can be a walk in nature, it can be taking a leisurely swim, it can be dancing, it can be Pilates, it can be just 15 minutes of stretching. It can be anything so long as its sole purpose is to feel good while doing it. For me personally, I love dancing. It helps me get in touch with myself, and I love to let my body move to music however it wants, really with no agenda. I go to ecstatic dance here in Bali. If ecstatic dance is near you and that's something you're into, I would definitely recommend it. I dance on the beach if I feel like it. I dance every day here in my apartment. Hey, Susie. I dance every day in my apartment just because it feels really good. And I find the practice is very grounding. It connects me to myself. It also helps take me out of my head, which is one of the purposes here as well. So I want you to take some time and really think about what types of movement really speak to you, and then I want you to go do them. If you have questions about this, please do leave me a comment below and I will respond if you're unsure about the distinctions between movement versus exercise. And I also want you to let me know, does this make sense to you? And how do you feel when you think about movement versus exercise? Because sometimes people have a negative connotation when it comes to exercise, but when they think about movement, it's much more positive. And of course, I'd love to hear from you what types of movement you come up with that feel good to you. So comment below and let me know what types of movement you decide to commit to this week. Again, your homework is to make a list of all the types of movement that really make you feel good in your body while you're doing them, really make you want to celebrate while you're doing them. And then I want you to choose just one. You can choose a few if you want to, but just commit to moving and doing that every single day. It can be 5 minutes, it can be 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It does not have to be an hour-long session of movement. But I hope you found that this distinction is helpful and uplifting. That's all for today, actually. It's more of a simple practice. I just wanted to explain sort of embodiment, movement versus exercise. I hope to see you here tomorrow for day 5, which is our final day of the challenge. And I have a very interesting practice to share with you tomorrow that will really help you let go of shame and judgment surrounding the body. So this is one that you'll definitely not want to miss. So I hope to see you here tomorrow for day 5 of the challenge. It'll be same time, same place, which is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are joining in from the world. If you're on that side, have a lovely evening. If you're on my side of the world here in Bali or this area, then I hope you have a lovely day. And thank you so much for joining. And again, if you have any comments, let me know. If you have any questions, please let me know and I will get back to you. And thank you so much. Take care.